Always been bringing back overrated, underrated. Pretty simple. We're just going to name things we think that are overrated and are underrated. Or underrated. Exactly. So basically, these are just hot takes. I'm going to start off. Winter, I've said it before and I'll say it again. So overrated. I've genuinely freeze. We had soccer training the other night. It was genuinely
hard to breathe. It was hard to breathe.
I'll be fair. When we did the first 2 laps around the oval, I went up to saying, bro, the air's hurting my lungs.
Yeah,
it's too cold.
It's that cold.
I don't understand how people enjoy this.
This winter, I can accept is fucking too much.
Too much.
It's getting to like 6 degrees at like 9 p.m.
Yes.
That's not Australian weather.
It is freezing.
And I'm sure
all
there's
the
some
time.
of you in England and like Americans,
the US, the UK.
Bastards and pussy. But no, it's fucking cold.
It is bloody
when you're
cold.
used to like 35 degrees.
Yeah, 6 degrees is
6 degrees outrageous.
But 6 degrees feels like,
it's the wind
2
chill
degrees.
factor, bro. You
Yeah.
know? Bit of the cold wind makes it feel like -1 or 0, right?
I remember though when I was in New York, it was -6, feels like -26.
Yeah,
and
that's
that was actually insane. Like, feels like this.
And that was because of the wind, right? Like because of the
So like I was basically navigating, like I was using my phone to navigate, and so that was the one hand that didn't have a glove on.
It
and
froze.
so it was freezing. Every like 2 minutes, I'd have to go into a store because they'd obviously have heating there. I'd warm myself out, and then I'd have to walk out.
Did you have gloves? Should have bought gloves.
Yeah, I have one glove, but like if
phone doesn't work.
phone doesn't, you can't be texting while you're walking.
So you got frostbite in your right hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Got nerve damage.
Permanently numb.
Yeah.
But I agree, winter's overrated. But I think Manu likes the winter fashion though.
And that's where my next one was coming. I've come around on the puffer jackets. I would say I don't know if they're underrated, but they're perfectly rated. Because yesterday I was out about in the city, like I said earlier.
As this segment is called,
every single person.
underrated, overrated, or perfectly rated.
Just name fine.
Yeah.
And tell us if they're
Fine, underrated puffer jackets.
No,
Really? You think they're overrated?
they are more overrated than underrated, I would say.
I think they're beautiful, beautiful creations. But I think everyone was literally, every single person I saw yesterday had some variation of a puffer jacket.
You wearing a Kathmandu,
Uniqlo,
Macpac.
Uniqlo, North Face.
Which one are you wearing?
What was the other one? Patagonia. I saw every brand under the sun last night.
Which one do you have?
I have a Kathmandu. But I saw, like I said, like within our friend group, every single person had like one of those brands on at least.
I think all of our friends have Kathmandu jackets. Do you have a Kathmandu one?
I have a Kathmandu one. I have like some streetwear one as well, which is somehow warmer than my Kathmandu one.
Really?
I don't get it.
One of my mates has a North Face one. Normally, I think he said it's $400-500. You got it for $200. Decent. A good little deal, I have to say.
I think I'm starting to crack out. The puffer jacket's not even doing the trick anymore. I'm cracking out like a heavier duty jacket.
Really?
What's heavier duty than a
It's
puffer?
like a coat.
Oh, like a big trench coat sort of thing.
Fuck off coat. Like, a fur hood and all that.
Yeah.
In England. That's going to come out soon, bro.
It has to.
It's getting to the levels here.
It's outrageous. It actually is.
And I'm the one that maintained I like winter, but Australian winter I must maintain. This fucking weather, it's too much.
We don't have clothes that are equipped to deal with
We're not
this.
equipped for it. If you're
Like,
in England, you know it's going to be cold.
You got the Canning Goose, you've got everything, man. You've got the stuff.
And even the houses here aren't built for it either because like they're all like single brick. Like if you go to the UK, they're all insulated, right? So that's why the inside of the houses are okay.
This past week, bro, my house has nothing because we were redoing the floorboards. There's nothing in my house. There's nothing to keep it warm.
Freezing.
It's fucking cold. It's like a warehouse.
I don't have heating in my new house. Like, dead set.
Running water in your new house.
No, I've got running water, but there's literally no heating, right? Like, single brick, nothing. I'm sitting in my like quilt. It's not doing the job. I brought like a leg heater from home, and so like it says do not cover the leg heater, but I'm sleeping. I'm covering it. I don't care if I die in the flames. I'd rather that.
Yeah, your house is like Dickensian, man. It's like Oliver Twist. It's like a Christmas Carol. Ebenezer Scrooge.
If I have a housewarming, instead of candles, please just a small heater.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Just to literally warm your house.
Please, yeah.
My final one, overrated, Vivid. Vivid is a thing that the government does here in New South Wales. Actually, no, it's just Sydney government. Basically, because they know people in June don't want to go out because it's fucking cold. So they have to entice people to go out into the city. So they basically just put up, they think we're like moths. So they put up like a whole bunch of lights and just expect us to flock.
Well,
And people fucking do.
exactly.
They go in their droves to go see a bunch of LED lights. Like, brother, you can get these for $20 off Kmart. And I've been seeing I've been living vicariously through like Instagram stories or TikTok. So I've seen all of Vivid. I don't need to go now.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I did think was pretty cool was the drone thing. They had like
One day. That was one day.
And we found out that's only a 1 day thing that they did on the very first day of Vivid.
That was cool though. The drone show.
But they did the coolest thing on the first day. What are they going to do for the other 3 weeks that they have Vivid?
Well, some of my mates are performing at Vivid. Maybe we'll go see them.
Are they
Concerts?
Is it a light show or?
No.
Performing tonight.
Are they?
Is what I've heard.
Musicians,
Oh.
yeah.
That is pretty cool.
They've got-
But you live so you're living in the city, right? Have you is it more busy? Have you gone to go see Vivid?
So, like,
it's on
my-
your doorstep.
My housemate, he went to Vivid last night, and so he went with his cousin who flew from Queensland to see Vivid.
Seriously?
They're staying at the Travel Lodge, which is like a motel.
Yeah.
Guess how much they're paying a night?
It's I've seen this motel. It looks pretty how you going as well.
It's a shack. It's a bungalow.
You'd nothing more than 30
bungalow.
You wouldn't want to pay anything more than 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks a night at most.
They're paying $400 a night.
Jesus Christ.
I went to Canberra the other week.
Yeah.
I stayed in a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
I paid $220.
This
But
is outrageous.
Everyone is coming to Vivid, driving up hotel prices. Apparently, like a stay at just like a regular hotel, Sofitel or whatever,
yeah.
up like over $1,000
Really?
in this Vivid period.
Why? What for?
The lights, dude. The
Dude,
pretty lights.
Surely now you boys, like, all of you just sleep in one room, rent out the other 3 rooms for the next few weeks, get
That's your,
easy
like,
money.
6 months rent.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But my housemate went yesterday, right, with his cousins and stuff. He said he really enjoyed it. He told me Vivid was
As in
good.
the cousin that's like never seen it, or the house.
No, the housemate who has seen it every year or whatever. Because I think Vivid was cancelled like the last 2 years.
It
so
has been, yeah.
It's the first year where everyone's back, so every man and their dog is going. They say it's good.
I would back your take, Sunny, but as I told you this year, I realized that there's like food stalls and shit at Vivid, which I didn't know existed.
Yeah. You got to pay out your dick hole
but
for
that could
food
add
there.
to the experience, and it could make it not so overrated.
Yeah.
Not really. I like my overrated actually just off the back of that
Yeah,
is
go on.
is food stalls. Like
Really?
Yeah, like
Why
little
is that?
food. It's
Like
just
food trucks?
yeah,
included?
food trucks. Like you go to like the noodle night markets or whatever in
okay.
Sydney, and like there are just queues, like lines. Like I'm not even eating. I'm just waiting.
So you're saying, in general, any kind of food stall or food truck you think is overrated?
No. I'm just saying the concept of just having like a bunch of food stalls in one location
Let's
is overrated.
This has come from a man who says he looks at food as numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks
is
at it
fair.
as macronutrients.
Yeah, and micronutrients these days, a more holistic approach.
The vitamins and minerals.
So you need that as well. But yeah, like you just have all these people coming, to this guy who's cooking on one plate and taking 5 minutes to make a meal, and there's 50 people on the line. So overrated. Like the food is good, don't get me wrong, but it's just like the food is good elsewhere also.
Yeah, but
And then you're sitting on the floor, you sit on the grass.
It is overrated to go and wait that long for stuff.
It's so long. Like, I understand. Like the food is good, right? It's a nice atmosphere, nice vibe, but you're literally lining up 2 hours for food, and that's something that when I want food, it's not I want food in 2 hours. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
I want it now.
I want it immediately. That's why I'm waiting.
That is fair.
Just quietly. Sorry.
What food stalls you go to recently?
There was
It sounds like
what's
it's coming
that?
from
Yeah.
the hurt.
no. It was I think it was during Chinese New Year. Was the most recent one. So like a couple of months back.
Yeah.
And they had like in the rocks. They had some Chinese.
Fair enough.
Like
When I
food
think
stalls?
of Chinese food, I think of the rocks as well.
Actually, to be fair, at the rocks there was it was Chinese New Year, and yet my parents were getting some nice chai, some nice Indian chaat, and I'm like, why is this here? But yeah, the noodles were fine.
Yeah. Just
saying.
the concept of waiting.
Just, I don't like waiting.
Fair enough. I have one overrated, and I know you boys will back it. Fucking overrated tables at clubs.
I've never even been on one.
I was going to say, I don't think I've
because
ever.
they cost so much.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know.
This fucking table,
Yeah.
you're paying like upwards of like a couple grand.
Don't you get bottle service or whatever? I don't know. I'm just saying buzzwords.
Like $100 or some shit, bro. But it's charges such a premium for a fucking table.
It's somewhere to sit, once you get tired of
If you want
dancing.
to sit,
Yeah.
don't go to a fucking club.
That's fair. I don't know. Who kind of what's the kind of people that gets tables?
don't know. I'm
ballers.
No one I know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not friends with affluent people who go and get tables
No,
at
but
clubs.
it's
So
a
what kind of
vibe.
circles are you hanging
Now,
around with?
people go to the club and bro, they go to a group like, let's get a table, right?
I've never been in a
that
group where
sentence has never
Never
been
in that group, but there are groups like that.
those words in that order has never been uttered in the
We're trying to
25
get
years.
into clubs,
yeah.
really.
Exactly. But there are people, they go for the full experience to go get a fucking VIP table.
Yeah, I
It costs,
can- I can see that,
Couple
yeah.
grand just to sit and have a few bottles.
Have you done that before? Have you ever been?
Well, maybe I'm coming from a place that I've never done it.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm a little upset.
But
that I haven't.
I do see that it's definitely overrated.
No, because the thing is, when it gets to a point at a club, bro, people leave their table. I'm sure you and I have sat at a fucking table.
You can sit.
Yeah,
because they've fucked off.
Yeah.
We've done it for free.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. But you don't get the girl with the vodka Belvedere.
Yeah, the
and
candle in the fucking-
the sparklers going off, and scantily clad other women coming
what you just said.
coming to your table to get these free drinks.
But maybe, how much is a table? Like, let's say $1,000 or
Bro, they're
something.
a couple grand.
Okay, I was gonna say like if there's 10 of you, like it's $100 each. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's worth it, but I'm saying like if you split the cost.
Yeah, but it's not a grand.
This is not like me trying to get a cab home, by the way.
Yeah.
This is not in any way equivalent. I'm absolutely against getting a table at a club.
$150 Uber rides on the weekends.
Outrageous.
But I agree. I think it's very overrated. This is gonna be a controversial one.
Here we go.
Overrated. Free drinks on your birthday.
No.
I can't say too much, actually.
So I had my birthday last week and we went out and then like having a nice dinner, some Mexican joint, beautiful food, burritos and whatnot.
Let's tell the whole night. Comedy show.
Yeah.
1 or 2 there.
Beautiful. Yeah, comedy show. Had a couple of bevs there. Saw Aaron Chen. Shout out to Big Aaron. He'll hopefully be on the show soon.
If you want him, DM him on.
Yeah.
Chenny, what is he? Chenny Lifestyle.
Chenny Lifestyle. At Chenny Lifestyle on Instagram.
DM
DM
him on
him.
Instagram because we want him. I want you to make a plea to get him on. Anyway, that's
Ask him. No. This is actually very important because I'd love to have him on. DM him. Jump on the Critical Banter podcast. Just do it. This is like Manscaped. We're going to talk about that later. But anyway, so yeah, we went and had a couple of bevs at the comedy show, laughed and laughed and laughed. It was lovely. And we went to some dinner, Mexican joint, and we're all eating. Big margarita jugs are being shared. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely time. All right, everyone's having a great time. And then I think Manu, you buy me a shot, maybe
I whispered in Sen's ear. Is it time to
to crack open?
to Rohit?
And so whatever, like I got a free shot from the boys. So grateful. Thanks, boys. Really appreciate
I was
it.
flicking through the menu, but there's shots, but there were, what was it? Jumbo shots.
Jumbo shots.
Oh, I was getting jumbos.
You're getting jumbos, and it was those skull shot glasses. They were easily like 1.5 or a 2.
At least 2, I reckon.
It was-
nah,
no,
it was probably
1.5.
It was close to 1.5.
So like, so usually a shot you can drink it in one gulp
Yeah,
and then you're good. I had to sip it. I had to take multiple gulps to get it down. Anyways, whatever. Thanks to the free shot boys. Really appreciated that. Then the bartender catches whiff that it's my birthday, and suddenly 4 more skulls appear on the table. And I was like, oh well, I have to do it.
Yeah,
like,
it would have been
it's rude not to.
Yeah.
So I smashed the other 4. And I'm feeling all right. Like, I'm feeling good. Except actually, I go upstairs to go to the bathroom, right? And the taps, they turn the wrong way. So, like, to turn it on, you have to, like, it's the motion of turning it off.
Yeah.
So it's counterclockwise
Yeah.
rather than clockwise.
So I was desperately trying to turn it off, and like this tap is not working, right? And I'm like, I could not figure it out. I'm like, am I just getting weaker? Like, why is it not opening? And so my other mate who comes to the bathroom with me, he like turns this way, and he turns the other way, and the water comes gushing out, and he just looks at me, and then like I'm walking down. And then I think people are asking like, is he all right? Is he all right? And the bloke is just like, no, like cut him off. But at this point I was fine. Then I think the problem is every time I jump into an Uber, it's a nightmare. I think the motion of the car,
motion,
it's a
yeah,
legit, because then we went to try to go to a club afterwards and like,
Between that, we went to another bar.
oh, we did too. And I got us kicked out of that. Well, to be honest, we had like a bit of a rude bartender. And so for some reason, this chick, I was ordering drinks for the boys. And like she put 5 out, poured 5 vodka shots, and then turned around.
Yeah.
Except I think she was like supposed to. There's like mixes that was going to come with it, right?
Meant to be vodka cranberries. So
Yeah.
we're waiting for the cranberry juice.
But as she turned around, I thought I could sneak one. So I
Still, to this day, I don't understand that logic.
I don't understand the maneuver.
well, this is what I thought. So I grabbed one of the just the pure vodkas without the cranberry, gave it to my mate. I was like, shh, she won't notice. Just have it, right? So she's taking the shot. He's taking the shot, and then she's come back, and then she's obviously knows she had 5
It
out.
was only 20 seconds ago that she poured them out.
But I thought she was like, oh, I thought I put 5. Oh, all right, I'll just add another one. And so we would get an extra drink. But she was reasonable and she could count, and then booted us.
So low
did you try to
percentage
fucking,
play.
What's the word?
Gaslight.
You didn't try gaslighter?
Yeah, I did try to gaslight her. I was like, she was like, where's the 5th? I was like, what do you mean, where's the 5th? You tell me, you're the bartender.
Yeah, this is your job.
So that's the state Rohit was in.
Yeah.
So
but I don't know, like that got us kicked out fine. But then also the girls were climbing on the walls and stuff like that. So to be fair, there was rock climbing.
Yeah,
there was
weird.
there was rock climbing, but they did climb.
they climbed the rock climbing wall. That's important context.
Yeah, fine. But it sounds better if I just say they were climbing walls.
That's what it was first said to us. We might get kicked out because the girls are climbing a wall.
Yeah.
What do you mean they're climbing a wall?
Spider-Man.
Anyways, we get kicked out from there, and then we take an Uber to the next venue.
Nightmare.
It was on the ropes, bro. I could tell as soon as we got in.
I had no idea what was happening. I was in my own
sat in
world.
the middle seat, which is outrageous because I'm the one out of us three. Rate's on my right, Sen's on my left. Rate's missing. Rate and I misses. I'm fucking fighting.
Yeah.
For God knows what reason. We're just yelling.
So I'm in the car. Everyone's yelling.
And then Sen's stirring the pot,
Yeah.
like having a great time. And then I could see Ray just like dead.
Dude.
Like head to the fucking window. And then at the peak of our fight,
Yeah.
he just winds the window down and like sticks his head out like a dog.
Did I?
Trying to get fresh air. And I like Zen, bro. He's on the ropes. When we walk out, we're done for. So we get out we get out the Uber, which nicely drops us off right
in front of the club.
So we're walking. Sen and I at the back. Ray's walking in front. We're like, entrance right here. Let's go. Ray just keeps walking.
I was like, I need to walk, boys. Let me go. Release me.
And then he nearly gets around the corner. And
it goes. Yak number one. But I'm like, all right, whatever. We got to rally here. Got to get in the club. So we walk in the club, and then I'll be honest, like I was not having a great time because the music was just not my vibe.
yeah, it wasn't great.
And I was like, give me one song. Give me one song. Give me just some sort of 140 plus beats per minute song, and I'll go. And I waited 35, 40 minutes. It didn't come, and I was like, I live like 2 minutes away at that point. I was like,
Cut your losses.
I gotta walk
I
home.
remember before we got out to grab him by the neck just to fucking get you in check.
Yeah.
You're doing God knows what.
Yeah, I was on the ropes, but yeah, free shot. Anyways, the moral of the story is free shots are great.
In moderation.
Yeah, in moderation, not the 5.5
That you did in like 3 minutes.
back to back.
Let's keep that spirit up,
Tonight. Manu's birthday and my missus' birthday parties tonight.
We've reconciled.
Yeah.
We're no longer arguing. We're in good terms. We decided to have a joint birthday.
We'll see if you also enjoy.
We'll see if you keep up this spirit.
I'll keep up the spirit, but I won't be having, what is it, 4 times 1.5?
It was about, it was like 7 maybe standards in the space of, 5 minutes.
The fact that I lasted like an extra 4 hours.
Walk out of the Mexican place, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, I was all right until the Uber ride.
But everyone
Literally
knew.
just like give him 30 minutes.
You were on a clock.